Hi everyone, it's Alicia again, author of the book Don't Be a Stranger and consultant with Rodan & Field Skincare. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. So what I wanted to talk about today is grounding. So I've talked about grounding in a number of videos. I've also posted on grounding techniques on my blog at www.foranewYou2.com. And what is grounding? Grounding is basically a way, if you think about mindfulness meditation and mindfulness in general, the idea is to bring your focus and your attention to the present moment. And specifically to simply let thoughts, feelings, whatever it happens to be, just kind of float past your attention without reacting to it, right? So it could be imagining your thoughts as if they're just leaves floating down the river or clouds floating in the sky. So it's almost like a bit of a passive, non-reactive observation where it teaches you to really gain control over the flow of, not the flow of your thoughts, but the reaction of where you might go when you notice your thoughts. Grounding is, in my mind, a bit of a more active process, a very intentional process of focusing your mind away from emotionally charged subjects, things that were more likely to cause an emotional reaction or trigger, and instead to really focus you on more facts. It could be biographical data. For example, where were you born? What year were you born? What are your children's names or your siblings' names? What street did you grow up on? And so factual information that is more data-driven and less likely to cause an emotional charge. So you can imagine that if you're feeling angry or frustrated or sad or anxious about something, grounding on biographical or factual data is more likely to distract your thoughts a little bit away from the emotional information so that you can recenter yourself, ground yourself. So one of my favorite grounding techniques is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. I teach this to my clients all the time, and I find it incredibly useful and effective. So the 5-4-3-2-1 technique really draws on sensory stimulation as well as imaginal visualization, which are techniques we use in the relaxation arena for stress management and meditation. So what does 5-4-3-2-1 stand for? It stands for the 5 senses, and you can truly do them in any order. I tend to go 5 for vision, 4 for hearing, 3 for touch, 2 for smell, 1 for taste. Now, if somebody's hearing or vision is stronger than the other, make the stronger one 5. So I'm gonna practice this for you and demonstrate it so that you can see what I mean. So 5 things that I can see in this moment. I see the white vase behind me. I see the red fan behind me. I see my Don't Be a Stranger book behind me. I see that bright red frame. And then I see my blue Redefined Skincare line box. 5 things. 4 things I can hear. Oh, I think I did them in the wrong order, or did I? I don't remember, but like I said, as long as you're consistent, that's what matters. I hear road traffic outside. I hear the sound of my voice. I hear a little bit of an echo of my voice on the walls. I hear myself clap. I could also start breathing heavier and hear my breath. 3 is things I can touch from where I am. So, and then I want to describe what I feel. So I feel my hands, my skin, and it's soft and smooth. I feel my hair, and it's silky. I feel some of the strands separately. I feel my sock. My sock is very fuzzy and soft. Notice I didn't interpret anything. I didn't go on to describe the fact that I forgot to condition, or I just conditioned my hair last night, or that I didn't describe or interpret what I was feeling. Rather, I only described the sensory experience. I had a patient today tell me that he was touching a remote control. He mentioned that it was shiny and smooth. And I said, the smooth is perfect. Shiny would be something you see, not that you feel. So be very careful of that. It's tempting to get pulled away by interpreting and describing with different senses. And we want to stay very direct in that exercise, very concrete. 2 things that I can smell. So right now, there is no smell in my home. If I had incense, I could light it, but I don't. So what I could do is I can close my eyes and I can visualize the incense. I can visualize the smell of it. I could also imagine visualizing the smell of, where am I gonna go with it? A brownie. I can smell a brownie. I could potentially even smell coffee. Now I'm smelling a brownie and coffee. The mind's eye is powerful. So it's basically the process of suggestion, and your mind actually drifts. Finally, as far as taste, I close my eyes again because I don't have anything right in front of me to taste. If I did, I would just go ahead and take a nibble. But what I taste right now is I actually taste soy sauce. So I taste the saltiness of soy sauce, and I love the taste of soy sauce. So now, having done that, and I took a few extra minutes to do it and really spell things out for you, but I want you to recognize that once you've done the grounding several times over, it becomes so quick, so easy, so automatic. I will sometimes just be laying in bed, can't fall asleep, and I'll start grounding. I'll start, even with my eyes shut, imagining what I would be seeing, because I know my room, I know what it looks like, so I could tell you right now what's around my room if I started to think about it. And so you can go through the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in 2 minutes or less. And my hope is that by the time you get from 5 to 1, that you've distracted yourself long enough to let go of some of that emotional charge of whatever might have been troubling you to begin with. And I wouldn't wait until you're feeling troubled to try this. I would get in the habit of practicing grounding every day, because if you practice it even when you're relaxed, just like with any anxiety management tool, you will be more likely to be effective at having it really address regulating your emotions better in the times when you need it most. So that said, thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to find more information like this, resources, and personal and professional development tools on my website, foranewyou2.com. Until next time, thank you for being in my world.